Okay, hello guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm working on this project. Now this is going to be a pretty big one and I doubt I will get it done in this episode. So this may be a little bit of a series. But we are working on this piece. So this piece is Penelope and Odysseus from Epic the Musical as the Lover's Tarot card. I'm really excited to work on it. So right now I'm going to work on the frame of the card, and then if I get to it, we'll work on these inner panels that I want to be like stained glass, where you get glimpses of the journey that Odysseus went through to get back to Penelope. So, yes, this is going to be a lot of work, and this is just the sketch. So, for the outside of the cards, I want it to be very naturist. I want golden accents, so I'm thinking like a off-white with gold on the border, and then maybe a little bit of black, as well as some flowers and some naturey aspects, which is why I have these little vines kind of wrapping around up here, which I want to show that they're wrapping around just a bit more. I don't want to be really lazy with this project, so I'm going to try and take my time and sketch out all the details that I want for the characters. Though I am using the symmetry tool to help me a bit, so this is definitely going to change a lot. Specifically their body. I want his body to be a little bit more out than what it is. I don't know. I think it's fine for right now. I make him a little bit heavy, but I don't know. It's tough to design the outside of this card. But I want it to have elements of stained glass. I know that for sure. With Nanashi, my character that I draw, I tend to adore doing these little spiral designs. So I think maybe I can add a few to the outside of this card and get away with it. Just for no reason. Just because I think they're pretty. And they can represent the passage of time or a few other things. So right now this is just pretty much a lot of concept and not a lot of the actual process that I'm going to be doing when I do the second go through of a sketch, which is going to be a lot of cleanup work, getting things to look right and in the right places a little bit more, and then going at it, possibly adding a few more details and stuff like that to make the card look more presentable. I am not doing this for any other reason than because I want to. So, if by chance the creator of Epic the Musical, if he sees this, I may faint, because honestly, I think my brain would glitch out, because I genuinely respect the man so much. I love Epic the Musical. I love how he did it and how much of a passion project it was, and how much you can tell by how the singers and voice actors, all the work that they put in, all the writing it took. You can just tell that it was a passion project, and that's a really good thing. So I want to put a lot of love into this design. I don't know how long I've been working on this already. I know it took me a while last night to come up with like the basic sketch, so it's already taken me an hour. I basically had like the idea of them in the lover's card of some way, shape, or form, so I found a pose and then a card layout that I liked, and then I smashed those together, and then the whole background I'm going to be doing without little to no reference, because I want to kind of stop relying on my references as such a heavy crutch in my work, because I've noticed I've been using them a little bit too much, so I've been wanting to get out of that pattern and go back to my roots a little bit, but I think I broke it for this piece already with having this part all be like really heavily referenced. I've been getting on my TikToks people searching up AR drawing, which is pretty much a form of tracing, which makes me not feel so good about my artwork. It feels like I cheap out in a lot of ways, and I know I do, so I've been getting a lot of imposter syndrome here lately with my art and my work, and I feel like I don't do enough on it to call myself an artist, which kind of sucks. So I'm trying to get out of that mindset and doing whatever I can to kind of fix that mindset that I've been put in here lately. So I've been trying to break through on how often I heavily reference my poses. So a step for doing that is I'm working more with real life pose examples more so than actual other artists' pose references and 3D models, because I just feel like that will help me hopefully get out of the cycle I am in of using a lot of poses that other people made, and hopefully be able to start making my own. I like the way that side of the card is turning out. There's a lot of times in the background that I've been having a lot of struggle trying to figure out how to fit in his whole journey into like a coherent and decent way, but I've been trying to go by just with these sagas and like main plot points of the story. I know little to nothing about Homer's Odyssey. I know that in the original that Odysseus does, from what I've heard, cheat on Penelope, because back in that time it was considered that if you did it outside of the house and outside of the land, it wasn't considered cheating. So it's a weird old rule, but I like how I want to say Jorge. I hope that's how you say his name. I'm bad with names, so that's why I've been avoiding saying it, because I don't want to say it wrong. But I think it's Jorge. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Jorge. I'd have to look it up later, so I will do that after I finish this. But I like how he removed those elements from the story and just made it solely about Odysseus wanting to get back to his wife and son. I like that change. I think that was a nice change to make, especially in today's day and age. I feel like that was an amazing call to make, and I like the changes that he made to the story, and it makes it feel more so original than a reused idea, in my opinion, because it differs in a lot of ways from the actual Odyssey. And I think that's one of the key points that kind of really sets Epic the Musical out from a lot of other, like, retold epics. Because I was never into the epics in English class. I always tried to be because I love old literature, but I can never really sit still and just like kind of go through it and like take the time to read them. A lot of the old English confuses the hell out of me. But I really love the way it sounds. So the musical being able to get the point that the Odyssey was trying to get across through music really was interesting, and it really has become a big fascination of mine, which is something I'm very happy about, which is another key factor of why I started to make this, because I kind of wanted to do some fan art, because I don't do a lot of fan art anymore, like at all. So that's why we are doing this, and if it gets seen, it gets seen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, can't pick and choose our audience, but we can just hope it finds the right people. I'm also trying to get the mindset that my art is only as good as the amount of likes I get on a post out of my head, because that does not mean that my art's any less than or any less valuable than a bigger artist's art. It just means that it doesn't get seen and pushed out a lot, and that's completely not to any fault of my artwork and my art skills. It's a very hard mindset to break, especially when I post 90% of what I draw. I think there's only like a few things I've done for myself here lately that I made just to make, you know, for myself. And I don't do that a lot, and I have not in a while. So it is very rare when I make something and make it just for my own eyes, because I really like making something, and usually when I try to make something just for myself, I end up getting really proud of it and showing it online so other people can see it. So it's a huge problem of mine. I think I need more variation in the sizes of these little stars. So I think it'd be cute if I did 20 stars around the drawing over here on this side. So that way you get one for every year that he was gone. I think that's a cute idea. You can even make one bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Does that even look okay? Do 13 over there and sprinkle some over here. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, oops, I'm getting a little bit sloppy with them here, but that's okay. 19, 1 and an O, and then 20. Duolingo pulling up my phone because I have yet to do my lesson. So let's go ahead and move these down, more like stars falling from the sky. So it gives it more random look, feel to it, more so than the clumped up mess that's over here. So that way they're just kind of scattered throughout the piece instead of being in one select spot, an area. So that way you kind of have to look more closely for them, and when you realize that there's 20 of them, it just gives more of an important feel. So we're not going to add any more stars than this. Oops. Trying to keep it fairly simple. I like that look really way better. There's also 3 down here that I forgot about, which I'm going to take and turn this back into drawing assisted so I can get these details. These are more so crowns. I had to pause because I got interrupted, so I had to pause, sadly. I don't like how off-center that is. Like, it's very off-center. Maybe we can go from this side. Let's see where we can draw this. Don't like the way that looks. In reality, I'd want to do something like this and do like a dip down. I think that looks better. We can do it more like this. Go down and then do whoop. Whoop. Does that work? It's good enough. And then maybe some more spirals. I'm going to go over here to do the spirals because I don't want to interfere with anything else on the other side. Oh no, I did that right on top of the star. Okay, I think it's time to turn off drawing this so I can do this part. It's my own worst nightmare. So I hope you guys are liking more videos like this where it's sure I'm making good content for you guys. I think we're gonna make that one just a little bigger. So comment down below if there's any specific topics you'd want me to talk about, whether it be just something fun and quirky, some of my interests, which you can, like a Q&A style video, like a Draw My Life, anything like that. Just let me know if you want to see me do anything like that, and I will try and make it. I have been working on trying to get my lazy butt up to do that animation video that I made a pull up a while ago, but it's very daunting. So I've done a little work on it. I can't say I've done too much though. So these very quiet and subtle videos are going to be a little bit of filler for that for a minute. Kind of like Impulse SV not doing his office tour for 3 years. No shade, no shade. I understand completely. If you get the reference, you get the reference. If you don't, you don't. And yes, I watch Impulse SV. I like Hermit Craft. It's childhood, man. It's childhood. That's gonna be the outside of the card, which is so fun to think about. I'm going to add a line here for the little parts, but I'm going to do them on separate layers. So this right here is going to be the infant. This is going to be representing the Trojan War. This is going to be Poseidon right in this middle square by Penelope's waistline. This is going to be Scylla. I have her design a little bit drawn out. It's very heavily inspired by that one animatic that I saw of somebody drawing Scylla in the mouth of the bigger Hydra creature, which is also Scylla, which I really liked, so I want to try and emulate that. This right here, these both are supposed to be like forms of Zeus. I couldn't decide on what I wanted to do for him, so these two are very prone to change. I said I was going to do these on different layers, but I ended up not doing that. I'm too lazy apparently. The lion cub down here is going to be for Circe, Mother Circe. If anybody asks, I am a pagan, so I do believe in the Greek gods and deities. I personally more follow Mother Hecate and Mother Aphrodite, as well as Father Ares. There's a few others, but I really enjoy doing something like this because I feel like the characters in the background of this piece is a little bit of a devotee act for a few of them that I'm drawing, like Mother Circe. I have a thing where I call all the gods. There's the poet, and then there's for the challenge. This is for the Cyclops, and then we got some of the stained glass up here because I didn't know how to fill like the empty gaps. So let's see how it's looking so far. Oh, I'm in love. It looks so good. I'm so excited to continue this. I should flip the canvas. I'm scared. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. I am already going to tell that I'm going to have problems with his face. I have trouble drawing men enough as it is, and having him in this awkward little position with his wife is sending me. It's sending me. I don't know what to do. last night at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. But day one's progress for this piece is the total strokes made, wild, is 3,767 strokes on this canvas. So that's each time I lifted my pen up from the canvas. The total time tracked is 1 hour and 54 minutes, so almost 2 hours just for a sketch. Layers used is 5. I have 8 available. These are my dimensions that I'm working with for this project. And then let's look at the times. Originally, for the concept, I was going to do them in front of their olive tree bed or the olive tree within it, but I am horrible at trees, so that's why I settled on the stained glass background. I'm really excited to do this one. Finish this one. I'm really excited to finish this piece, and hopefully in the next video we can get the sketch for the background all worked out, so we can start on the cleanup sketch in the episode after that. So we'll take in each episode after we're done, we'll see my progress that I've made and the time lapse after each episode that I'm planning, and we'll look at the time it takes me as I go through it, so that way you guys can get a real feel for how long I spend on each piece and how long it takes me to get through it in days. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this small little video and speed paint. I hope you guys are really excited as I am to see this piece get finished and what it turns into, because it is very prone to change at this stage. I hope you guys enjoy my art. I hope you guys found my voice comforting. If you're falling asleep to this video, I am honored. If you're drawing with me, I am also very honored. But I really hope you guys have a good day or night, depending on